live now. Hello, hello, hello. 1 second. I'm looking for one of my headsets. I have like 3 right here. All right, here we go. All right. Let's send out some messages, get ourselves out there. I don't know if my streaming chat is up and running. It won't let me send anything. Interesting. Won't let me respond. Heyo, Wallflower. Let me know if you are there, my friend. Hey, my dudes. How are you guys doing today? Bizarre, it will not let me actually comment. This is from my own stream. Very odd. Huh. Let's test it over here. All right, so today I'm actually doing something a little bit different. The stream has been, it's not extremely unstable, but what'll happen is the audio will cut out after a while. And I'm wondering if I try this a slightly different way. So normally I have it connected through a USB to the computer, but right now I'm trying to instead try wireless. So we'll see how that kind of works out and if there's any other complications. Because it's just trial and error until we can get it as close as possible. Right now, the big concern I had was lag, but it's actually pretty lag-free with the setup I got going here. So that's pretty good. So if we can get some more people in stream, I'd like to do some actual openings. But right now, we're just going to kind of hold off and see if we can start earning some more T4, because now that I'm more endgame content, you can literally have not enough T4. It's kind of insane. I am really, really close, though, to getting a rank to 6-star champion. And I don't really want to do 6.2 or any major endgame content anymore until I have developed more of my roster. Now, I have a lot of champions, but as far as like actually having them upgraded to have more than just some basic some basic options, I think it'd just be kind of a waste of units since it's always going to be there. I'm really hoping though that Kabam will start doing not only an uncollected but a Cavalier event, so kind of like the monthly there. And if that was the case, then I hope anyways that we can start getting more 6-star shards, but the pool overall is still not super crazy big, so I'm guessing that they're probably going to hold out for quite a while yet before they do anything even close to that. So I actually am kind of having a little bit of a difficulty. So I could have ranked 2'd my 6-star Havoc already, but I wanted to hold out because I still don't have a lot of T5 to spare. So instead of getting kind of out of control and just rank 2ing my first couple 6 stars, I thought it'd be a lot better to actually wait and do Cole or Corvus or Venom the Duck. And weirdly enough, I'm actually considering Venom the Duck more so than Cole, just because of the having his health. It kind of kind of having that versatility. I just feel like even though Cole can swing really, really strong, just having that kind of regen, defense, power gain, or power, depending on the situation, he's just incredibly flexible. Now that being said, I mean, I'd always be down to get like a 6-star Namor, but I didn't really do that many crystals on that one. I did do some 3 to 6-star Invisible Woman crystals a week ago, but got really close to a 6-star Invisible Woman. Just not quite close enough. Give me 1 second. Got to post. One more place. in this Discord, but it's supposed to be one of the main Discords, but today it's just been incredibly dead. So right now, I was just thinking of building up the multiplayer, but I just might continue starting from the bottom. Excuse me, starting from the bottom and working my way up. Since depending on what happens, we might just have to be here for a while. You know, I actually wouldn't mind a 6-star Rhino overall. I know he's not the biggest hitter, but there is some really fun play, and you can't be interrupted on your dashes, which makes your playstyle a little more fluid, and you don't have to play as careful. Gosh. And there went the audio. And seemingly nothing had changed. Okay, I just wanted to check that audio. The desktop audio gauge is gone. So there's literally no audio coming from that source, which is bugging the crap out of me. Create output. Undo, adjust, mic aux volume. Can I really do a filter? Invert polarity, noise gate, compressor. I'm gonna have to play with those. That sounds like a lot of fun. But doing this on Chromecast actually, it's pretty cool so far. Shouldn't even be saying that. Oops. Interesting. I should just have a stream where I just mess around with like the audio even. Audio monitoring, mute output. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know where the audio went on that one. I actually kind of want to run like a YouTube video now in the background, just like to react as I'm playing, which sometimes is kind of just a fun thing to do as far as like to listen to and comment while streaming. Hello, hello, my other wallflowers. What's going on, guys? Just make sure my audio is working. It's like, do I want to mess with the audio? I can relaunch it, and I know that it would start playing the audio for the game again. But then it just happens again. I don't know. Streaming sometimes is such a just kind of crazy concept when it comes to actually like messing around with the settings. Because it's like, as long as it's actually running, but I don't know why the video is just like essentially flawless, even through a wireless connection, but the audio itself is not so much. Should be working though, at least for the mic's sake. But I don't know. Like, we could open some Cavalier crystals. We could run through, not ideally necessarily because of my scrub play, but we could try some 6.2 content. Could try 100%ing 6.1, which that wouldn't be too bad, especially depending on like where we start and whatever. But some of the content just gets like so kind of just crazy niche, crazy specific. Somebody from a previous stream, they were saying, and they'd actually posted the link for it as well, where somebody had something like 35 6-stars, and they're like, hey, I can't, I think it was just completion even. They're like, I can't complete 6.2, and I'm just like, I mean, it's probably less about the content at that point and a little bit more about skill. And, like, again, I say this knowing, like, I am by far nowhere near, like, a top crazy tier player. Insane. It's something that's just kind of going to be an ongoing kind of fight, practice, etc. Now, when it comes to these kind of, like, early arenas, it's not like you're trying super hard anyways. But just thinking about some of those like 400k bosses where people will just solo it or they'll throw like a 3-star at it. That's not what I wanted. Hey, 484, what's going on, dude? Yeah, can't stop myself. Also, it's just a lot of fun. So, at some point, I'll probably burn those because that's how I do, right? Just finished up an arena. What have you been working on in arena specifically? Was it T4 or? Oh, you're doing that 6-star crystal, aren't you? Body cap crystal, 2099 Punisher. Was it a 5-6? Just 6 million in 5-star. How long did that take you to do that? Oh, 4-star. I think that's what I got last time. Was a when I wasn't stopping, I got a 5-star Punisher 2099, which kind of talking about weird 4 million about a day. Man, I can't even imagine the people that were doing like Namor, like even having a ton of 5-star, a ton of 6-star. Uh-oh. I spent too much long. I spent too long messing around with my settings that my game stopped capturing. Give me one sec. Can I close it and reopen? Oh, now it updated? Okay. I don't even know, my dude. I really. I wish I could just play music. About a day it works. Cool. Dude, some of these widgets are so busted. And these are the built in ones, anyways. Because it's like 0 people watching on Twitch. And I'm like, I have 2 wallflowers and I have 484 here with me. And it's still just. Let's see. Media source? Nope. That's to watch local. What I really want to do is just put it on like half of my screen or just my window. And it is definitely not allowing me to do so. Oh, podcast tomorrow. I didn't realize that they did that through the server. That's pretty smart. I saw the room for it, but I just didn't even think about that kind of stuff. I just thought that that was like maybe where they posted the podcast, not actually did it live there. But that's pretty smart. What a smart way to get like tons of people to listen to your podcast by making a Discord that's just kind of over the entire process. I mean, that's free advertising. That's just a lot of foot traffic. I'm also finding out that it's exponentially hard in this day and age to kind of promote yourself for, I guess, free, because it's like you could always like sponsor yourself, but like out of pocket, but that's like super expensive. But if you go on like pretty much any forum, um, there's just a ton of stuff about like you can't post unless it's X, Y, and Z, unless you get special permission, unless it's about a very specific niche topic. Um, and then like even stuff like posting your Twitch stuff on YouTube, it's like they don't want you to do that either because it's promoting like obviously another streaming service. So it's just no one likes people starting anymore. It feels, and it's just crazy. What do they normally talk about in the podcast? Like, do they have like an agenda or anything as far as like what they're going to be bringing up? I thought it had. I thought it had been fixed. Apparently not. What if I switch it off? Switch back on. That is not what I have up. Okay. I don't know why I was trying to grab that other wrong picture. Most of the time it's game issues. Arena predictions, polls of the week. Dude, polls of the week would be kind of cool to see somebody just like pull 6-star name or in fact, somebody, I believe, there's been a couple people, like really, really big spenders who have Awakened Namor, Awakened Coal Obsidian. There's like this crystal opening whale guy. I think I need to watch some of his videos, but it would also be like every single video would be like the equivalent of like my mortgage, probably. It's kind of like how do you have the money to do this? Because it's like if you're spending 10K a month on your MCOC account, it's just like obviously you're not making your money back on that kind of thing. It's not like he's PewDiePie or somebody who's getting like millions upon millions a year. Yeah, 10K a vid. Like I honestly, I just not even to replicate it or to make fun of him or anything. Just like really, what does he do? And I'm wondering if it says somewhere on his channel. Just be like, it's like even if you were a doctor or something, 10K a video. Yeah, like how do you even do that? 100K a month. Like I honestly like how do you feasibly do that? Because it's not like MCOC's a AAA game or anything. I heard he's a dentist. Like must have like his own practice or several practices or what? Because it's just like even if you were making like 800,000 a year or something, it's like if you're spending 10K a video, like that is absurd. I mean, good for him. Like again, like I'm not attacking him. Like if that's what he wants to spend his money on, and he has the means to do so, go for it. Like I don't like being that kind of person that's like shaming people for that kind of stuff. Oh, his kids play, so they just like so he just kind of like opens up the crystals. Oh, interesting. I need to like look more into that guy's channel. I've been watching probably way too much of like Seaton and like Rich the Man. You know, I've watched Dork Lessons, and he has some good instructional videos, but his regular content, I don't know. Seaton as well, like it's gotten to the point where it's just like he's kind of went from being a very understandable like from where he's coming from to like kind of like a super huge elitist, um, and then like yeah, Dave's tutorials are nice. And this might just be the case of like I spend way too much time watching these people because you can obviously get it's almost like living with somebody. It's almost like a little bit like getting kind of sick of the person a little bit, so you start bitching and moaning about him a little bit. So or complaining, I guess I should have said. What are you doing the alliance quest at all? And if so, what level are you doing them at? Is it 5, 6, or 7? Because I'm doing the yeah, I'm doing that on 6, and there's this Red Hulk fight that I don't even get assigned to him. I just keep ramming my head into this guy without realizing it, and I don't bring in like a proper champion for him. And this 19k Red Hulk, like I've taken care of like people way stronger than him before, and it's just the when you get him up to those 10 charges, he just wrecks over you. Nice. I overall I don't have a big issue with a lot of what got changed with Alliance Quest, except for there's that Hyperion fight that was like I think he had power gain, and on top of power gain he had holding. I can't remember what it's called. It's like all or nothing, and that was just so incredibly annoying. And I don't even think you can power lock him. I yeah. Oh yeah, he has spite. That's right. That is right. Can't believe you have that 6-star Aegon. Like I know he's not awakened or anything, but he got to SP3 before you could power lock. I mean, if you're asking me, I keep forgetting to bring a powerlock champion. Somebody earlier was talking, or I had talked in another place about it, and somebody was saying that Doc Oct for the Thanos fight, they just kept power locking him, and it would just turned into a normal just slug match. Uh, so I would really like to have like a 5 or 6 star Doc Oct, just mess around with. Because if that's the case, like I'm here just hearing more and more good things about Doc Ock lately, which is funny because he's just one of those kind of older champions, and you always hear about like just damage output. It's just kind of crazy. Yeah, his power control is great. Do you have a 5 star Doc Ock? I almost dashed, and then instead did a heavy. I feel like there's something I'm missing from my gameplay as far as when I'm fighting. What ends up happening in like actually intense matches is I'll dodge back too many times, and they'll kind of just catch up to me and just start like punching me in the face. Yeah, I think that Dalgoct might be one of those like super underappreciated champions because I see almost no gameplay on him at all. I had this. I actually wanted to talk about this earlier in the stream. I actually ended up last time. I kept saying we kept having wallflowers, which happens. People that'll jump into the stream and won't say anything, and then kind of bail after a while. I don't know if they're like assessing the stream or what, but there was one that didn't say anything in the stream, and then ended up the within 24 hours messaging me in game. And I've tried this whole Twitch, YouTube, streaming video thing with a couple different mediums, a couple different games, And this was like kind of the first time that this really happened. I had somebody side message me essentially saying, like, I was the wallflower there, and they were like saying, keep up the good work and stuff. And like, I really appreciate you jumping in so many times as well. So this is kind of on that same point as far as like having regular people um, be in the stream and talking, because it just makes the game way funner. Having that kind of community to be able to strategize or just talk about what's going on in the week or in the game, but also to get that kind of side ping was just pretty great. So just wanted to give a shout out, say, thanks for jumping in and side chatting and all that. But yeah, I really appreciate it. Yeah, you're right. I really do need to. I've been so incredibly bad, and I don't want to be that person that just link drops in there. I really don't. I don't want to be that kind of person. I love helping other people out. I love chatting about this game and other games. Just the looking over the Discord. I actually was talking about it a little earlier on. It's kind of dead today, which is kind of strange. You would think that Saturdays, or I guess depending on where people are at in the Discord, I guess it would be early Sunday. But people haven't really talked since like 1 p.m. my time. Is that normal of the Discord? Because I maybe I'll do a stream on another day going forward instead of Saturdays. I just thought Saturday would be a good night to do it, but maybe Friday instead would be much better, because then it would be Friday night or Saturday morning. So I definitely didn't have the analytics to kind of plan that out. And normally just dominate the chat. Well, I haven't had anybody come at me yet about kind of posting in there here and there, but I definitely don't want to make a habit of it, because I don't have the approval yet. Right now, it's building up enough of a library of kind of content and media to the point where we can do that kind of stuff. Kind of start putting myself more out there. But if you don't have the library and you only have like 5 or 6 videos or something, or streaming little less than a month really, then you're not going to get a lot of clout, obviously, because people drop off all the time. Ooh. Oh, I finally finished it. I wasn't really trying super crazy to knock that out. But that actually means that we would be able to do, I believe, at least one epic. Let's just redeem some of these rewards real quick. Oh, never mind about that one. Ooh, crystals. I mean, might as well. We got those units, and if you don't use them, they just burn a hole in your pocket, obviously, right? I just wish it's kind of like the first stream I did a little bit there, where it's like, I wish there was something really, really juicy to be opening, and as far as I'm aware, I could be totally wrong about this and just completely missed it, but I don't think they've done the actual 3 to 6 star Invisible Woman yet. And I'm almost wondering if part of it is try to push for my 6th Rift if you can. Dude, I don't... Now, are you saying 6th Epic? Because that's a lot, dude. I don't even know how you've done that much. I must be, like, seriously missing out on something there. Oh, it's next week, the Sue crystals. You know, it's dude, I've only done like 3. I must be missing like something. I must be missing like some dailies or something on that. So I literally, if I could help it, dude, every time I stream, I feel like I'm just yawning up a storm. All right. Whoa. 10? Oh, okay. Tier 3. Dude, this is going down so fast. Oh no. Tier 4. Okay, there we go. Alright, so that'll be 6 then. Is that right? I'll have 6 worth, or maybe not. That doesn't sound right. Come on, let's see. Let me at least do 2. Okay, 2. I'll take it. So that'll be 5. That'll be my 4th and 5th. And of course, we're doing unstable because we have to make up. My very first one featured 5-star. Then I think I got 6 stones. And wait, you got a 5-star, didn't you? You got a 5-star awakening gem. I have to say bad luck. Wait, why? You're wishing me bad luck? My friend said I'd get shafted. Dude, I mean, if you want to talk shafted, and I got 2k, 6 shards, and a gem. I feel like I don't even want to say. I'm like so superstitious. Because it's like if I agree with you, does it backfire? Okay, so. Dude, this Twitch little where people are watching from is busted. Oh, thank you 484. I hate you. Wink, 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 nudge, nudge. All right, we can go for it. I'm so happy I didn't just hit go because this would have been a train wreck probably with the scrub of yours truly. Let's just choose rando 6 stars. We can get rid of Corvus. We can get rid of my lifeline. I'm like I was actually tempted to use. Oops, that's not who I wanted. Dude, I'm so superstitious. I can't even answer any of your messages right now. Because it's like if I say anything one way or the other. So, very interesting. Oh, dude, I got the featured 5-star the first time, but... Okay. It's fine, carry on. I see you. I acknowledge you. You are there. This silence is driving me batty. A little bit. Dude, Star-Lord is just freaking champ. I can feel his special coming. No? Dude. I was about to say, I was like, I could feel it. Just so he could wreck me. Mikester! Hey, buddy. How you doing? I know! Another streamer! Dude, if you give me a link to yours, I'll follow you for sure. I'm always down to listen to other people. Like it's all about that community, friend. So like totally like send that link up in chat. I'll do it like right on the spot. Mostly a viewer. I mean, if you're gonna ever, oh, thank you so much, Mike Stir. I really appreciate it. But I mean, if you're ever on, like, I'd totally like, not that I have like a crazy following by any means, but I would totally give like a shout out and like support each other, especially like people who are starting out. It's really intense. So like, again, like, thank you so much, Mike Stir, for joining. Right now, we are doing the epic unstable rifts. So we have two of them. This is our first. And then we're probably going to do some Cavalier openings so you guys can see me like cry on stream. And then if you look at the highlights of the last video, we have this really, on the Sue Storm Crystal, it was really kind of crazy rollover. So I've been showing that around quite a bit because you get to see me almost cry. But I do know the most of English-speaking Twitch MCOC streamers. Now, when you say English, you just mean like English language, not necessarily like British or anything like that, I'm assuming. All right. Wish me poor luck. Here we go. So first time I did this, featured 5-star. Then I got the Sig Stones, and then I got the, I think it was 500 5-star shards on my third. So right now we have that marvelous 5-star Awakening Gem. And let's go for it. Okay, I'll take it. Totally take. There's some Russian people. Oh, what? That would be kind of cool. I haven't seen any of the Russian streamers. I'll have to look around some more. I need to look some more and kind of probably do some more, not advertising, but kind of talking with others, networking. So, I mean, yeah, totally. I'm sorry about the audio, by the way. The audio will play for like 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. And then if I want to get the game audio back, I think I have to like close it and reopen it. I've been meaning to either look more into that as far as a fix. I'm thinking it's a bug, but look at me. I get to be like a halfway decent person while talking this time. So I was actually looking to put some more background music or another YouTube video so I can comment on and feel superior to people, but totally gonna take it. Hey, Mikester, as far as yours, your riffs have gone, have you gotten anything pretty cool? Like, how has yours been going? And then something else that I like to do for new followers is kind of take a look at the roster, see what's up there. So let me know what your username is in game. Now I'm wondering what 484 said before. Oh, hi, Mike. Oh, it's time. And I'm like, time for what? I'm looking back through the twice the 5 once tier 5 basic. The Mikester. Okay, buddy. Right after this. Absolutely. As far as what you're looking for, I don't know if you're into like the 6-star range, but as far as like 6 stars go that you've seen, who are you kind of like looking to get next? Or I guess what champion are you really looking to get next? Dude, have EA Calmo join, man. What's he doing? What is he doing? He's like he's your buddy, right? Yeah, yeah. No, I totally remember him. Wasn't he the guy that you dragged in as well? He's using data so he can't. Oh, okay, yeah. Don't even worry about it then. I was just harassing him, and I just barely realized that I'm still playing the game, and so, like, go me, scrub. I don't even remember even fighting that entire fight. It's kind of like when you're driving a car and you're on cruise control. Dude, that viewer button is like dead. 0. But thanks for the shout out, man. I appreciate it. You know what? Yondu is a really annoying defender. I gotta say, making me bleed through my shield. Stop it! Dude, 6-star wasp. Crazy glass cannon. Like that's amazing. That's nothing to like sneeze at or for anybody to give you anything. I mean, I pulled a 6-star juggernaut, so that's where I'm at there. But I have had some other pretty good 6-star pulls, but juggernaut definitely kind of put me back in my place. It was, however, the one 6-star crystal that I let my wife open for me. So that didn't really happen after that. Can anybody tell me why restored happens? Is that his awakened ability? I'm just gonna have him railroad me in a sec. There we go. Shattered the shield. Oh no, why'd I do that? I thought because the shield was busted for some reason that I was in the clear. I don't know why I thought that, but that's why I thought it. Vinnie Jones? I feel like I'm missing something there. I was looking at the chat. Go me. Luckily, his SP3 is like pretty garbage. And so is mine. Dude! He has 11. He has 11 charges. No, why'd I do that? The guy, oh, yeah, 6-star Vinnie Jones was my first one. The guy that played Jugs in. Oh, that is! Yeah! Oh, that did sound familiar. What do you guys think about Colossus getting that remake? Did you guys end up voting on that? You guys have heard about that, right? I assume how they're gonna revamp Colossus. I'm just wondering, like, how much of a buff it's really gonna be. Like, how do you put armor into ouch? How do you put armor into like being like a really crazy character? Yeah. So actually, I have like a bunch to talk about when it comes to buffed characters, and I feel like what's this gonna end up happening is I'm just gonna end up bitching about like a lot of other streamers, and then piss people off and get squashed really bad. But like you have to kind of have your opinion, right? So it's like you'll watch other YouTubers or streamers, and yeah, Phoenix getting buffed. Yes, that would be. I mean, it just doesn't make sense for some of the people to be as weak as they are. Like, I get from a game perspective, it's like you can't have everybody be crazy. But like Phoenix is just absurdly powerful for her to be this weak in the game, and so what ends up happening is you'll how that douche Seaton strong armed into controlling the so I like to keep things like pretty fair. I will say though that it was strong armed though. Um, with him having so many followers, it essentially equated to whatever he really picked. Because you could have made a real like I think you could have made a strong vote towards a lot of them. Now, overwhelmingly, like I did hear a lot more kind of reasons for that Colossus, but the thing that bugs me is when I'm watching these videos where people have spent tens of thousands of dollars and are now elite kind of gamers in the community, and they'll be like, Ebony Maw is just ridiculous, and he's trash, and Kabam is a trash company for making Ebony Maw so weak. And it's like, okay, I get that, like, you have one person in the month, like, call Obsidian, that was, like, really freaking amazing. But you have to have good and bad champs. Like, if every single character in the game was just, like, absurdly powerful, like, it would not be fun. It would ruin the balance of the game. And so if you have these people that are just like, this is absurd, it's like you release one that's like absurdly powerful and then one that's just absolutely terrible. And it's like, yeah, but that kind of like evens it out a little bit, actually. Yeah, no, absolutely. Cole's absurd. Like, I ended up pulling a 6-star like Cole. Oops. I did not realize she went invisible at the second. Um, and to me, that is kind of balanced. Like, you make one that's absurdly powerful, and really, you should probably make like three that are not all that great. And as far as like RNG is concerned, I like when people are like, "Oh yeah, you have a 5% chance or 1% chance of getting a 6-star." Wow, she's like hammering into me. Um, stupid invisibility. Okay, so I forgot my point. Sue Storm threw me off. Oh my god, I got thrown off. Take Corvus. Yeah, that's fine. Uh, I mean, the overall point really is just from a gameplay perspective, you don't want to have every single character just be absurdly overpowered. I mean, imagine if every single defender that you fought against was as annoying as Korg or Thing or Yondu or Invisible Woman. Like, if they were just absurd every single time and they had all of their max level abilities and Phoenix was just blasting you with like 800% furies and just like the game would just be crazy. Oh, I remember. Okay. So it's like when you say like a 1% chance of like having a crystal, like say you have a Cavalier crystal and it's a 1% chance to have a 6-star. Yeah, no one would do war. And people already complain about war. Now, I complain more about AQ to be honest with you, but like people already complained about how absurd like map 7 is with their buffs and their nodes. Imagine if what Seaton said, and it's just like every time he opens a crystal he's just like, well, it's not what I wanted, and he hits like a sponge, and like I hate every champion, and it kind of feels like that's what it is. It's like either it's an absurdly crazy champion, or he's like, and he's no Nick Fury, he's no Cole, he's no Corvus, and it's like not everybody should be that. Like, could you imagine taking a hit and every single time you go to any character on a map and they're just like 3 hits and it's just like 25 Furies? Yeah, you wanted me to take Corvus? Okay, Corvus. I could be like annoying and just say, "But which Corvus?" Oh, my other Corvus is in war. All right. And again, this comes from like the guy that's like just been kind of crazy lucky. I have 6-star Venom the Duck, 6-star Corvus, 6-star Cole, and I'm still just like, but what about 6-star Guillotine? I would still love a 6-star Guillotine, but there are like a ton of people out there that are like, it's either the most elite or nothing. And then when like new content comes out and it's like variant 2, well actually variant 2 was pretty, yeah, exactly, 5-star Guillotine I think is pretty cool. And of course I want certain champions to be buffed. That's not saying that no champion should be buffed ever. I think there should be some rotation though, and that doesn't even necessarily mean debuff the good champions, and there's nothing wrong with using good champions. Because again, like I heavily use my Corvus, etc. And there should be absurdly powerful champions because that kind of brings that excitement around when you are opening crystals. It's just when people are complaining about every single piece of content, no matter what the crystal is, it's either the highest level champion or it's trash. And I don't like that thought process. There's a ton of champions that I love to play that are probably shamed by the community, to be honest with you. There's just so much complaining that sometimes it's hard to watch. All right, chance it now again for Mikester. This is where I really wish I could just have one of you guys push it. I legitimately wish I could just be like, I'm going to share this and let you guys click that for me. I would do that. I would do a crystal opening. I sincerely wish that I could give like a general login and just choose one person like randomly and be like, okay, you're opening my crystal. How amazing would that be in a stream where it's just like, you, the viewers? I'm going to look into that. I'm really going to look into that and see if there's any conceivable way to make it so that while live streaming, you can do that. I think that would get so many people involved if you got to be like, and it's 484's turn. All right, get me something good. And then I could bash you. Or I could be like, thank you so much, viewer. Or you could even do stuff like, the latest follower or something opens one crystal of mine. Like, that would be absurd. People would run all over that. There's been Twitch plays before where people can vote. So I'm wondering if there's a way around that. I'm gonna write that down right now and research that throughout the next week. That would probably get a lot more people streaming, to be honest with you. I mean, because everyone does that. Like even people who go to like Comic-Con, etc., where Kabam has their setup, people will hoard crystals, so they'll let not necessarily Kabam, but like streamers that are at like Comic-Con, etc. I'm gonna put that on kind of the list. I just think that would be really cool. Okay, so enough dilly-dallying. I need the customary... As an arena grinder, I'm so sorry, Mikester. As an arena grinder, I don't need every champ ending fights in 3 hits, but I'd like them to be fun. Yeah, like more interaction, like versus absurd amounts of damage. Now, that being said, it's cool to have champions that can finish things pretty quick, but having a little bit of back and forth, having a couple mechanics into it, even if it is a little complicated, to me, makes things a lot of fun. And that's one of the reasons why Namor is cool, and he's really hard hitting, he's got regeneration, and he's got power gain, and he's so awesome. And it's like, but last month, and again, I know this is like super elitist, but it's like, I got Cole last month. So I have kind of an attack champion right now. Invisible Woman just looks kind of fun with all of the different mechanics. And again, I don't care that she can't do absurd, crazy, over the top levels of damage. All right, ready to chance it. I thought it was going to go up. I thought it was going to go up to the tier 2 alpha again. You know, I'll take it. At least it wasn't 6 stones. Oh, you were being facetious again. 484. Thanks, buddy. What are you talking about? I'm like, that'd be terrible. Yeah, Ronin is really cool. I wish a little bit that you could use some of the champions, like turning it into in a quote unquote arena where maybe you kept fighting with a single champion. Oh, that's kind of dungeons, actually. I almost brought up kind of dungeons up. I was like, fight as many people in a row with persistent health. And I'm like, oh, they did that, dungeons. I thought I was so unique there for a second. So groundbreaking my thought process was there. I gotta tell you, having a the movements are fluid, the stance controlling, and the bleeds. Yeah. Oh, I used his special already. And now it's like, do I get railroaded or how do I get that? How do I get that extra power? Okay, I guess I just let him wail on me. Oh, unblockable! All right, I get it. I get it. Movements are fluid, the stance controlling, and the bleed. Oh, that Ronin! I'm so sorry. I read Ronan. Okay, I was about to say, I was like, did you mean Ronin? And it's like, yes, that's exactly what I said. Well, I gonna be honest with you. As awesome as I am at this game, being facetious, I totally did not even think about it. I was just like, I have all these champions. I'll just choose Thor. Because, why isn't Rock weak against lightning, right? Yeah, immune this. Ha ha. Perfect, right? Just as planned. Dude, things should be like everything immune. But, oops. I love playing Thing on attack, actually. Should try, seeing like a Labyrinth of Legends run with him just to see like how like does he cap out on Furies? Does anybody know that? Does he just cap out at like 99 or something? Because if there's no cap on Furies, I feel like he would be not the worst champion ever for some of those fights. If you could just keep ramping up and up and up infinitely, or nigh infinitely. I don't even know how I'm playing this game and talking. No way. It only goes up to 60 Fury. Are you kidding me? If that's true, that sucks. Dude, you are making me angry. I feel like 18k on this guy is a little in extreme, but okay. Oh, well, that's cool. Dude, you told me to use Corvus. I don't even think I've used Corvus one time. Alright, I know I should have been powering Corvus up this whole time, so I apologize. They said 4,500. Ow, ow, ow. One sec. Dude, that should have been the end of it. Die. Oh, are you kidding me? 1%? Alright, so 60 Fury. They add 4,500 something attack. So does that mean straight up 4,500 damage? How does that translate into, like, actual per strike? Do you know? I mean, I wouldn't mind throwing around 4,500 damage with every single hit as far as just, like, regular light attacks. We're going to have to do a... Dude, am I going to get attacked by a cat again this stream? What? How does it go up that high from a synergy? That's insane. I'm going to have to look that up. That's pretty cool. I'm just... Be cool if I paid attention to my actual fight, but... Dude... This cat does not like to be picked up. Oh. This is a different fat head than the last one. So if she like claws me in the face, this will be a good highlight for the stream. Alright. You don't like to be held. Okay, so there's a little bit of a story with the naming scheme of the cats and cars, and you heard me right, cars get named. I don't know if that's a thing other people do, but my wife does it. So she's named the cats, the cars, the kids, in that, in order. And, oh, that's cool. The things SP3 doubles. Every time? So do they go past 60 then? Or is, again, 60 the max? So the naming scheme is all Harry Potter related. So she's a pretty big Potterhead. And so she... it's double for 7 seconds. That's still pretty cool, though. So she... the cat's name is Bella, so it's supposed to be for Bella Lestrange. Bellatrix Lestrange? That's what it is. Oh, whatever, dude. Oh, unblockable. I keep forgetting that. I intercepted that. I feel like I'm getting trolled hard. Really? 150k damage in 12 hits? Huh. That's pretty cool. Dude, that's... what a jack. Just die, dude. I feel like for him to, like, actually let me wail on him, he has to hit me first. Dude, what is going on? Stop it! I keep forgetting if I dodge you get angry. It's like stand your ground kind of stuff. Okay, finally. That was a parry, man. Stop it! Dude, I'm not gonna hit into your dude. Okay, there we go. Oh! Did you just call out my wife, Mikester? You were right. Wow. Oh, it's because of the Bella. Oh, Bellatrix. Oh, okay. I thought there was something there. I had Science Power Boost, though, so I used SP3 immediately. Then immediately used SP2. I mean, that's still amazing. Like, that's still pretty cool. So yeah, so Bella, and then the other cat that was like actually climbing up my back last time and like attacking me. That's Minnie or Minerva. And then the cars get named like Snape and stuff like that. But just like Snape, our car died fairly quickly on that one. So that was probably a poor naming choice. But I actually. I, I parried. Dude, she's looks so smug. I love her victory animation. I gotta say, it might be my favorite victory animation of all. Invisible Woman. I literally was about to say, hey, I'm not gonna look up for a sec. I'm gonna be like using like 10% of my strength, and then she just completely decimates me. So that's what I get for being a jackass. Or just being my skill level, I guess. I thought she was supposed to go invisible after her shield bursts. Dude, I gotta say though, I am getting some not high damage. Ah! No! Dude, I dodged that. What the heck, man? I keep thinking I'm playing Star Lord right now. Okay, here we go. Ah! Don't rush me. No, I'm doing the special when she has her shield up again. What's wrong with me? Oh, well, there it went. I thought I was just about to die. No! Okay. Dude, this is like really annoying. There's such a back and forth. Stop it. Leave me alone. Do your special. Knock it off. Do your special. Okay, there we go. Oh, she still had her shield up. All right, we're here. No! As soon as I said we're here, ah! As soon as she went invisible, I thought that I was done. One punch too many, and you just get punished. You know, it's funny. I just was getting wailed on up until I get to like 20%. I just used Corvus to kill her. Well, I mean, that wasn't. See, that was pretty entertaining, I think, as far as like almost dying 25 times. All right, so there was. What was the. Oh, yeah, we are going to do a crystal opening. All right, so we can probably end this in within the next like 20-ish minutes. We can do a crystal opening. And I completely passed it. All right. My choice versus Sue is Nick Fury. Yeah. Dude, I want a Nick Fury so bad. I only have the 3-star. I think above everything in the entire game, I would want a 5-star Nick Fury. I think that's really where I would want that. Just even the synergies, not even just Nick Fury's gameplay himself. Just so we're just gonna push into everything. We're just gonna put it all out there. I almost hit add more. Another 2,000 units. Yeah, Nick Fury is amazing. Do you have a 5-star Nick Fury, Mikester? Oh, I thought I was gonna get to do. You know, for this, like, essentially casting to my computer from an Android device, this is actually working out pretty well. So I have 13. You said you wanted to check. Ah! I was just thinking that, Mikester. You are absolutely right. My apologies, sir. We're going to do that right away. I got so caught up in one of those fights. All right, so we have a level 3 Mikester. This should be you, right? So let's look at this profile. Looks pretty good so far. All right, so here's the issue, Mikester. I don't know, man. I don't know if we're ready for some advanced content. So probably do Act 1, Act 2. I'm just messing with you, dude. I thought it was just plain Mikester, though. I'm looking through the chat. The Mikester. Yeah. All right. All right, man. The Mikester. Ooh. Cream of the crop. And we have the Alliance Fiant. I'm like going to my browser. I'm going to try and look that up. Fiant. What does that mean? Irish Chancery mandating the issue of letters patent? I don't feel like that's probably what that was supposed to be about. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so shout out to Fiant and the Mikester with the cream of the crop title. And I didn't hit view profile. All right, my dude. Oh, shoot. Someone is packing some heat. All right. So Defiant Superpowers is the Alliance. Number of heroes, 417. 845,000. Oh, Defiant. Okay. That makes sense. Dude, that domino looks sick. 160 sig level. Nice. How's that ghost gameplay, buddy? Oh, man. That looks... Oh... That Nick Fury, though, man. There's some... I think it needs to find a new home. Oh, man. I want Nick Fury so bad. So, like, I've done really well. But as far as champions go, it's just... That Nick Fury would just be so incredibly nice. Anything that bleeds, just death. Death and destruction. All right, let's get back to it. So I can't even back out this time. 484 cannot back out because I literally have already got the crystals. Yeah, 5-star. So I have the 6-star call, but I'll say honestly at this point, at this point 5-star Cole is probably way better than 6-star Cole. And I don't say that just to like get favor with anybody. Honestly, his ability increases. Thanks, 484. It's definitely on purpose. Now, Cole, with his Awaken ability, it's so much easier to get a 5-star Awakening gem, obviously. So for the next little bit, 5-star Cole, in my opinion, is overall going to be a lot better, unless you just happen to get 2 6-star Coles. Why would Nick do poorly against G-Hulk? I'm trying to think about that. He doesn't have any, like, kind of weird bleed mechanic, does he? I'm, like, honestly trying to think about it. Alright. I mean, I guess, like, if you really want to be specific about it, I mean, if he's awakened, yeah, G-Hulk heals. My G-Hulk doesn't. Alright. Cav Crystal number 1. Here we go, man. And we're stopping. Alright, 4-star. We'll take it. Face me. Undo G-Hulk regens from bleed? That's really cool, actually. I had no idea about that. I just knew that he regen. I don't have a 4-star dupes. Alright. 6-star, buddies. 6-star. This is where we add another 6-star to the ranks. This right here. Cav Crystal, lucky number 13. Cav Crystal number 2. And with the rollover, man. Oh, that's pretty cool. And so that's an awakening on my featured 5-star from before. I am so incredibly excited to play around with that. Oh, you don't have a 4-star Deadpool X-Force? For some reason, I thought you were saying dupe, like just a dupe of it. So that's my bad. So thank you. Passive damage over time only, though. Just hit one of the keys on my keyboard. All right. Cav Crystal number 3. Yeah, so that makes G-Hulk way better than... I mean, plus he's poison immune, so, like, Biohazard must be, like, really good then for G-Hulk. Yeah, I need to rank my G-Hulk, too. Now that I know that that's also a part of the case, I guess I needed to look further into him. Number 3... Oh, there was that 6-star. Oh, dude, imagine if that rolled over to Storm. Just get 2 5-stars in a row. That's cool. Awaken, Master Plan. I'll go for it. I can dig it. Yeah, no thank you. For some reason, that does not look very appealing. Number 4, guys. Doc Ock, 6-star would be really good. Number 4. Oh, I thought it was Awakening. Biohazard isn't good? I mean, at least you can't get poison from it. Biohazard isn't good. Those are regular bleeds. Oh man, like school, like I'm glad I'm getting this school a little bit from you guys. So I definitely have not played a crazy amount of G-Hulk. I have him as a 4 and a 5 star, but I just never had maxed him out as a 4 star before I got him as a 5 star, and now there's so many things to level up. And so, what would be the difference then between the passive bleed and a regular bleed? Because just it's damage over time, right? It's all dots. As far as like that's how my thought process is going. If you're talking about passive bleed, are you talking about the bleeding icon that has three different bleeds on it? Cav crystal number 5. I don't want to ruin this streak. Why did I say anything out loud? I just jinxed myself. Oh, come on. There we go. That's fine. I'll go for it. Not bad. Not bad. It's okay. So got a 5-star Nighthawk. Some 6-star shots. Me want. Yeah, but you got your Night Thrasher, dude. I haven't gotten my Night Thrasher duped. Dude, I don't know. I don't know. 6 things. Ah! And the rollover! Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I don't even want to open like the next one. I'm like getting so incredibly nervous right now. Oh god. Here we go. Nick bleeds become passive, meaning like even a ghost won't shrug it off if you can apply it. Oh, that's really cool. And there we go. How'd you get so many 5-star Nick Furies? Did you just 6-stone it, Mikester? Yeah, 484. I feel your pain, buddy. Just there's a lot that needs to be upgraded before it can be like really, really viable. So this should be crystal number 8. Dude, I really just want one of you guys to push this. That's like my ultimate like want in the world right now, other than those 2 champions. So I'll just let you guys take the reins, and whatever I get, I can't even complain. Well, I mean, I would still complain. Like complaining is a little bit of human nature. Oh, 5-star 5-star Archangel would be really cool too. I'd totally take 5-star Archangel. Oh, you only got him once? Nice. Dude, that's all it takes, man. All right. Back on this. Come on, 5-star, 6-star train right now. 6-star Aegon. 6-star Symbiote Supreme. Oh, what's with that? What's with that rollover? Okay. 4 left. Him and Cole are the reason I keep getting. Dude, when I mentioned Venom the Duck, I don't think I was necessarily referencing Howard the Duck. Hey, Max. Keep getting a single FGMC for every new champ. For the layman in the room, aka me, what's FGMC? For man, you were my troll. Ah, yes, that's right. Right. We ended up getting a 5-star King Groot last featured. No, not even featured Grandmaster Crystal. Wait. Him and Cole, the reason I keep getting. Oh. Huh. Interesting. This is number 11. I thought it was going to roll over to Havoc. All right, number 12. Number 12, folks. Is this the 6-star that we've been looking for? I mean, really, any 6-star, right? Dude, what is going on here? 484. If you need a Deadpool X-Force, come on over, my friend. Come on over. Ridiculous. Oh, man. Dude, give me a countdown. And I'll just count down from it. It's going to auto pop. It's going to auto pop. 3, 2, 1. Go? We didn't really speak on if we were going to say go or not, but... What you do? Yeah, when the new champ crystal drops, I get one of those, and on occasion 2, Nick and Cole, they got the featured 5-star. Interesting. Dude, overwhelmingly, I got those mutants. So, I mean, overall, like, I cannot even remotely complain about that role, really. Yondu. Oh, my brain. Darkhawk. The prize of all of it, of course, Cyclops, right? Dude, that's so cool, though, to get Nick and Cole in those. I mean, that almost kind of wants me to do a couple of those, too. The problem is... So here's the problem with some of, like, Kabam's things. And okay, thanks for it. The problem with getting those for me is once you have the ability to get the next tie-up crystal, they should be discounting it more. It doesn't make any sense for it to be like 150 when a full cav is 200 and the drop rates are so incredibly just over the moon better. Because it's just that kind of thing kind of bugs me a little bit, that particular portion of it. Or if it is going to be just ever so slightly less, I mean, at least make it like 125 or something. It just doesn't make sense at all. At least that's what I thought it was. I'm trying to look for it right now. What? That. Never mind, dude. It's even more expensive. I mean, that's essentially what it is, right? The 3 to 5 star, 300 units. I mean, that's the same cost as a featured. Huh? Oh, I thought that said anime in you. I was like, what anime character am I? Animal in you. Start the test. How big are you? Small and trim, of course. No. Extra large. How aggressive are you? Low key and sensitive, somewhat assertive, strong willed and assertive, extremely assertive and competitive. It's like kind of a combination of a couple of those things, really. Somewhat, I guess. Are you a social creature? I'm self contained. I prefer the company of a small group. I'm popular and outgoing. I'm extremely outgoing. Normally it's just a small group of friends. How attractive do others find you? I mean, very attractive, of course. No, I don't know. I'm not like super vain. I'm average looking. How dependable are you? I don't like really big ups or downs on those. So dependable, honest, and usually reliable. How intelligent are you? Intelligent and bright. I just middle ground. How athletic are you? Well, these days, generally inactive. So, how successful? Potential. Struggle to get motivated. That probably is what it is, really. Do you like to travel? I love traveling, to be honest with you, which is kind of funny because of the other aspects. I am a walrus. Thank you. Thank you, 484. I am a walrus. And that about sums that up, right? Thank you. Thank you, 484. I am now hashtag walrus. Walrus. I don't mind not caveat saving up for the completion offer. Dude, it's so expensive. The first, you know what? That could be like a channel name, to be honest with you. First MCOC Walrus. I don't think I've ever seen like the chat as kind of dead as it is tonight overall. Like the Discord is dead. I swear if I even checked the forums, they'd probably be dead. But it's like the Discord has been dead. I had some people in the beginning kind of coming in and out of the chat. This is it's kind of a weird night, and I thought that Saturday would just be such a great day to stream. Maybe just this is a really bad time. Yeah. But like weirdly enough, Sunday, so tomorrow night for me, like just say this was 24 hours from now, or like 22 hours, like when we first began the stream. This was still picking up people pretty crazy, and it was a Sunday. Nothing's going on a Sunday, but maybe that's why they're here. So, like, finding out that kind of sweet spot is gonna be kind of part of the process. But right now, the streaming has been Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. My time zone is +7, -7. It's -7. Or right now it's -6. Yes, thank you for it. It is 106. 6 a.m. And now I'm going to just fall over. Where are you at, Mikester? No, mountain time, my friend. Mountain MST. I am in the great state of Utah. You're in Portugal? That's awesome. I was going to say, that's badass. What's going on in Portugal right now? What time is it for you? Dude, it's got to be like in the morning there, right? Like morning? So Western European summertime. Dude, it's 7 a.m. there. That's nice. 8 a.m. Oh, you guys are in the same time zone. Now I'm starting to think that MCOC is like UK game more than any other country or region anyways. Europe game, which is just kind of crazy because of it being like kind of in a quotes American kind of superhero team. But yeah, you're right, man. But to be honest with you, I'd rather talk with people in other countries than Americans. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I don't like Americans too much these days. Kind of overall trash people. Saying that as an American. What? It froze up on me? Give me 1 sec. It's gonna play some. Yeah, I don't blame anybody for that. That's just disconnect. Give me 1 sec. I gotta refresh my connection. Can you guys hear the audio now? Now that it's been disconnected. You know, it's funny you asked that, Mike Stir, with the low gold stash, not much of an arena grinder, just had some big rank up stash. So it's like, what is going on here? It literally was displaying fine. Okay, there we go. Cool. So I haven't been able to do the arena much lately, but I have been ranking up. but not in the typical sense that like you would for progression. I've kind of been annoyed that I know this is so dumb. This is so incredibly dumb, but I've been ranking up 2 stars just because I can actually have the materials for them, and so just little teeny points in my overall roster. And I know like most people don't do it. It's just kind of bugged me that they, yeah, exactly, rank for fun. Yeah, that's essentially what I've been doing because everything else takes T4, man. T4 is just, it doesn't matter how much T4 you get at a certain point. You just have so much stuff that you need to upgrade, so. I'm not super hurting for cash, though, right now, with a lot of those crystal openings that I have been doing. I have something like 20, no, I have 3,000. So it's like, anytime that I... Okay, no, I'm happy that you're like... No, some people think that it is dumb. I'm just kind of like that completionist mindset, where it's like... Okay, cool. Okay, we got our little circle. We got our little circle right here of 2-star levelers. So that is cool. Dude, yours is higher than mine. 818, friend. Well, the 1-stars, there's not very many of them, but apparently I'm missing a 1-star Hulk, which I'm like, kind of bugs me. I don't know if I accidentally sold him at some point or just somehow didn't get him. I thought you got all 1-stars. So, you're very thorough on that, 484. One-star Juggernaut? How'd you get a... Oh, no, I do have a 1-star Hulk. I swear when I clicked on him that I didn't see the others. Oh, odd. Guess I do have him. How'd you get a 1-star Jug? Why a 5-star Black Widow? Is it only from like an arena or something? What, only from like Grandmaster? Here we go, dude. We have Mike here. Mikester2501. And he is showing us the way, right? He's going to show us the way of the Grandmaster crystals, because this isn't the first time, man. Getting Cole, getting Nick. Maybe the Grandmaster crystals are the magic touch. Go figure. I pulled 3 Dark Hawk 5 stars and only 1 Dark Hawk 4 star. Isn't that some weird luck right there? Who, Mikester? What's really fun to me is when they do the 2-star crystals. Like the pure 2-star crystals, but it's stuff like Gwenpool goes to the movies, that kind of thing. And you can get all those, for completionist's sake, you can get all those like crazy 2 stars that you normally can't get. So like maybe you guys have a lot of these things, but like 2-star Ghost is just hilarious to me to have. Welcome back. Mikester, we have abandonment issues, man. That's really cool about G-Hulk, though. I think I should start doing some kind of those champion highlight videos. I think not only for other people, but also even just myself researching deeper into those. It's like once you get certain heroes, like it's the nature of the game. You don't rotate out very much. I hope there's more variants where they kind of force you though to use other champions. Like even if they just did a variant 3 and they did something along the lines of like only small champions or something, like taking out the heavy hitters. Thanks for we're hitting the big milestones. Looking over my analytics, I never saw this. I never actually saw this happen. Like I must have like been playing the game or something. But apparently at some point I hit 9. Yeah, Domino should be a small champion. Wasp, but just like looking at the major power champs, I would love to just completely take out the God, Beyond God tier champions, just all of them. Just not out of the game, but just like out of like an event where it's like people are being forced to use non-critical crazy champions and specifically target them out. Like you only can use X, Y, and Z champions. Like I know so many people would whine and complain about it, but like everything gets whined and complained about these days in the game. And it's kind of like becoming a little bit hard to listen to some YouTubers because of it. And sometimes it's kind of like they're speaking on behalf of the little guy. Yeah, Starkey, Ghost, etc. Except that what's funny is there's so many small champions that are absurd, and you just named out a ton of them. So it's just like if Domino was in there, she would just crush everything. I guess more than anything, like Variant 2 was really well done. With the Excel champions and giving those like special abilities just to those specific champions. But I would really like it to be more of a ban on just absurd characters like Corvus, Cole, Namor, Ghost, Starkey, Domino, like most of the ones you had just mentioned, and force people to use other champions like Punisher, Juggernaut. It's kind of like like if you only could use kind of quote unquote noodle champions, I think that would be kind of fun in a way, to be honest with you. Especially for people like me that just like to level up randos sometimes just for the fun of it, because Even though I've pulled those, it's still fun to use other people. Other champions. So, looking for this. So I think this is part of why I missed out on the 70% of damage because of the face me. So Hulk becomes enraged while under the effects of a cowardly passive damage over time. While enraged. That is really good. Mikester. I used Domino for most of my first clear a variant too. That is a very popular choice, and I applaud the use of Domino in that instance because obviously, whereas they're looking for those XL champions to use a small champion and heavy into it and whatnot, I'm perfectly all right with it. I think that's awesome. Not everyone's going to have the roster for it. So, something I wanted to bring up that I've been seeing a lot of recently is people are like, and I haven't done 6.2. I could probably give it an attempt, but this is my thought process on any new content, whether I've done it or not, and especially storyline content that doesn't have a date, like almost directly addressing the story kind of content. So this, no one is saying that anybody has to do this day one. And in fact, I would suggest most people definitely should not do at least new story content absolutely day one. Like, wait for other people to try it out. It sucks that there's going to be bugs, but there's probably going to be bugs. Being in IT for as long as I have been, there's going to be bugs. It's not necessarily a Kabam sucks thing. It's just, it is what it is in IT. You only can test things so much, and bugs do happen. So that does suck. So that's like the one point that, like, to their credit, if you have the champions, the skill, etc., you should be able to do it. So if there is a bug, that is on Kabam to address and fix and give you that magical compensation that I hear constantly rotated every single stream. I don't think Kabam necessarily sucks either. It's kind of like I'm trying just to reference the other streamers, a lot of other streamers. Oh, 484, thank you so much, bud. I really appreciate you coming back out on here. I'll try and be in the Discord more often, but thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. I'm probably going to head out like right after my little spiel, kind of my sign off, I guess. So I'm going to stop this part. Okay, so just kind of. Okay, see, that's really cool. That's really cool that they took care of you on that. I don't really personally think they suck either. I haven't had a lot of negative connotation when it comes to them. I would say, like, certain things, like certain small things, could be improved on, but that's any company again. So just again, watching as much YouTube and other streamers as I do, and I don't, again, like, none of this is to call anybody out. Like, I don't ever want people to think that I just want to attack other streamers or anything like that, because I don't. This is just my personal viewpoint on the general community and how they're reacting to it a little bit. I think things are overreacted way too much. But, like 6.2. So 6.2 specifically. So we'll have we'll have this new content that comes out, and yeah, it has bugs and that sucks, and yeah, it wasted your time and units, and like in those instances, if there is a bugged fight, yes, you are totally you're totally within your right to have that kind of compensation. But then it's just kind of stuff like it's too hard, and it's like okay, yeah, maybe do need one or two specific champions to make this fight a little easier, but at the end of the day, like no one is twisting anybody's hand here to do this new content. Doing 6.2, it doesn't unlock any additional real benefits other than the completion benefits. So it's not like going to Cavalier. And really, if it's that big of an issue to where it's just a cluster, it's too hard for the average person, which it probably is, then wait for rank 3 of 6 stars. Improve your roster. Like, this is supposed to be end game content where you have like the best of the best of the best kind of stuff to do it. So it makes sense in my mind that if you can't do it within your skill level and etc., then they're kind of intending for you to kind of grind out, improve your roster, get those boosts, etc., etc., etc. This is end game content. It's not meant to be easy. Yeah, and I agree with that, Mikester. A lot of people, they're just looking at the rewards and saying it's too hard. And me, like even as a streamer, etc., could I put in the units even to do it? Yeah, I could definitely do that. I could kind of push my way through if I really wanted to, but I'm taking the time to still level even up my roster, and I have plenty of 6 stars to be able to technically do it. And I have some good champions for sure. I'm still waiting. Like, if you're gonna be a YouTuber though, like a really high end YouTuber, it's kind of just suck it up, and like if that's what you're really saying that you have to do, then do it. But I don't like the constant complaining. And if you look at a ton of the streamers, again, I want to make this perfectly clear. I'm not trying to attack anybody here. No one, even if I have said some names, none of this is meant to personally attack anybody. It's just my view that I hear compensation, that word, constantly. It's like every single video, compensation, compensation, compensation. And I hope this compensation, and they should buff this person. And if they don't buff this person, then this is the worst game ever. And let's boycott Kabam because of this, that, and the other. And it's like I'm being completely reasonable with this kind of stuff. Like, yeah, under certain circumstances, they totally do. Like, let's use that C word, compensation. Yeah, if it's a bugged fight and what they advertised is not what actually ended up happening, and Havoc, say that one bug where Havoc would almost immediately go to special 3 at the start of a fight and just one shot you. Then yeah, like you totally deserve that compensation. You deserve those revives. You deserve those units back. Like, I'm not saying that compensation should never be a thing and Kabam is perfect. It's the holy, the holiness of everything, and it's not. They do have to make money. Some of their deals are a little wonky here and there, but at the end of the day, like, no one forces anybody to spend money on this. So sometimes it's like attacking the products, attacking the pricing on it. It's like, yeah, that could have been better. And then there's always the thing about we're further rewarding the whales, and it's like it's a free to play game. Like, that's how they make their money. Like, yeah, it's a cash grab, quote unquote, and it's like, sort of, but whales are going to exist regardless and buy up everything, and they're going to be the highest people. It is what it is. Like, you could be the best player on the entire planet, but if you're a free to play person, it's you get 70 energy 3 times a day, for a total of 210 energy from what I've been told. And that's it. And you're going to have to grind out, and you're going to have to play a ton. And it's the unfortunate world we live in. Capitalism is definitely a thing. So I don't really fault them for that. It's just, if you have the money and you really want it, then spend it. But getting back into the Kabam is good, bad, money grabbing, they're evil, etc., like that. It's like, God, I had this really good point and I lost it at the last second. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, like, the main point of that kind of stuff, especially story content, is what do you do when you do complete? Say you 100%ed 6.2, which probably means you've 100%ed pretty much everything else. You don't really have anything else to do unless you're like a YouTube or Twitch streamer where you're playing a specific champion in a specific circumstance on a specific chapter to see the viability of it. And so it kind of makes sense for some of the content to be so overwhelming because it always gives you that next thing to shoot out for. Or right when you're about to complete it, at that point, because it's a little slower, you'll have that again next piece. Blurg, the B word is worse in my opinion. Mikester, the B word. There's only one. There's only one word coming up to my mind, and I'm not 100% certain. Buy, beg, bargain. Oh my gosh, boycott. So right before I changed my mindset on this, I was totally drinking the Kool-Aid of the rest of the community. And I know again, like, I'm just going to have to preface this like 500 times. It's not an attack on anybody, especially specific streamers. Everyone has their own opinion. I don't dislike any specific person necessarily. But it can get a little bit old on some of those kind of posts when every single time you look into their new video, they're like, they are the worst company ever. Yeah, boycott. So the first time I really thought about it was when 6.1 was released. That was like the big boycott. And it was everyone go into the App Store and 1-star them. And Kabam did have kind of a weird moment where they did look at the analytics, and it did seem that as soon as the community started 1-starring, the reverse happened at the same time. And I don't know if that's whether they were trolling the community, or if there was bots being made. I don't know. I can't really say. Could have been a little bit of both. Who knows? At the end of the day, Kabam still, again, needs to make money. It might be shady. It might not. I can't say for certain what really happened there. But the big issue with that one was you needed 5 stars and 6 stars. And it's like, other than synergy purposes, which would have been nice to still be able to use those synergies, now that we're in 6.2, which has more restrictions, it does have more restrictions, which isn't the greatest, but again, it's supposed to be the end of the end game content where people who have been playing for years and years and years can use their top level champions to fight the hardest content in the game. And for those kind of purposes, it makes sense to have more restrictions as you kind of go along. If you think about it from kind of that perspective of taking it away from the rest of the content, taking it away from previous chapters. This was supposed to be a step up from anything that came before it. And when you think about it like that, it's like, yeah, I'd like to use any single champion, but at the same time, it's kind of like, think of it as that extra challenge in that typically, would you use a Cyclops even as a 6-star? And it's like, no, not really. Like, even as a 6-star, Cyclops is still a little bit underrated. Um, so I don't know. It just kind of ending my rant a little bit. It's just, I think there's like a lot of complaining in the community as a whole. And like, I totally get that there's a lot of frustrating fights. Again, haven't done 6.2. You don't see the newer players complaining about the Colosseum Gate in Act 4. Oh, the Colossus Gate in Act 4. No, not really. In fact, I know there's not as many newer streamers as there are older streamers, but I almost think at a certain point, and remember my previous kind of comments I made about not attacking anybody specifically, but you just, if you're not having fun in the game and the company is the worst ever and you spend half of your videos attacking the company, and if you don't get Cole and you don't get Namor and everything else is just I mean, he hits like a worm, but okay. It's terrible. Everything's terrible. I mean, I definitely have my own specific wants for sure. But if I do get something else, it's still kind of like, oh, that's really cool. Like, still, like, I really look forward to trying those out. But it's like, you get into that 4 years in and you're just not having fun anymore. And maybe it's time to take a break from the game. Maybe it's time to let others have that passion kind of about the content. I don't know. It's just kind of food for thought a little bit. It's like, if you hate the game, not hate the game, but if the game isn't fun, you hate every update that comes out, the new content is always terrible to you, then it's kind of like, why play it? Because at the end of the day, the game was really here to have fun. Like, yeah, Command wants to make money off it, but isn't that at the end of the day what you really want? Is just to be having fun? Some guys act like they are William Wallace and don't see they are being the English. Oh my gosh. Yep. Dude, I can't believe I just went on a rant now. Like, I feel like I could just rant for days because of all the videos that I watch, and there's so much good content, and there's so many good streamers, and so many people that are way better at this game than me. Like, I'm not saying anything negative in their play style or anything else. At the end of the day, it's totally up to them if they want to play or not. I'm just saying, if you're gonna say something terribly negative, and they don't care about us, and they're just messing us up again, and like, the updates are just absolutely atrocious, and every character needs a rebuff, and this is just absurd. We had Cole and now we have this noodle champion. It's like, maybe we should rally behind these kind of things in like more of a positive sense, instead of attacking the company at every chance we get. And like, you have some people even in the community that are like, I'm gonna go to comics or to Comic-Con, and I'm gonna visit them, and I'm gonna ask them straight up why their game sucks so bad. And it's just like, dude, like, being in their face like that, maybe like you should use your hundreds of thousands of followers to like create a more positive experience. It comes across so incredibly negative to me. And so I guess this is my way of venting about their venting, I guess. Dude, that William Wallace thing, like, I'm looking more into it. I'm looking more into it, and I'm like, wow, I'm going way too deep into this reference. what a typical American thing for to be like, what now? No, but Mikester, I really appreciate. That's weird. We went back up to 4. I don't know if 484 came back or what. But again, like, I guess to end my rant, kind of about the content, about others being like super hypercritical about it, and like quite frankly whining about it. This is just my opinion. I have nothing against anybody else who's been doing content. There's so much good content by all of these people that you normally watch. Dork Lessons, Rich the Man doing the news, and they've all contributed wonderfully to helping the game grow in their own respects. And they have a lot of really great tutorials, a lot of great content out there. It's just kind of my take on some of the bigger MCOC streamers, and possibly even just like how they could slightly curb it to create a more positive experience in like their influence. 'Cause I think it's really easy to talk into a camera and say like angry things right off the bat when you read stuff, but then you think about it and you have a football or a soccer, whatever you want to call it, stadium full of viewers who then also get upset. And it's like, yeah, in a way it's kind of like that's a little bit of what you want. You want a little bit of outrage, you want a little bit of critical thinking there, but we all want the same thing. We all want the game to be better, and if we could just use that massive audience. Yeah, but some of those are going the Harvey Dent path. Don't know what you mean. Sounds like a DC reference there. No, yeah, you're right. The thought process that I had when you said that actually was, you either die a hero or live long enough to be a villain. I mean, that if that's what you're meaning, that's pretty apt. Yep, there you go. Yep. And again, I mean, that might come back to that same point of maybe people, certain individuals, not calling anybody out again, no offense to anybody, but if you've been doing it long enough where you don't enjoy anything about the game anymore or any of the content, it doesn't matter if Command tries to upgrade certain things, and there is a lot that does need to be upgraded for sure. I'm not saying the company is perfect. No company is perfect. But we just lost that other viewer. I'm just waiting for this to show up on someone else's stream, and they're just like, this guy is a dick, and he's terrible, and we should ban him from everything and shoot him out of a cannon into the sun. Oh my god. It's so funny. I ended up spending like the last 30 minutes just ranting. Maybe I should just be in the special queue of the Twitch community where it's like just chatting or whatever. It was kind of cathartic. Just kind of talking out loud like that. And honestly, again, can't say enough. I would love to team up with a ton of these YouTubers, and what would be really cool would be to not even debate, but just talk about it. Yeah, you're right. Relevant towards the kind of category, taking a moment away from crystal openings and away from the deals and away from the arena, and just talking about the game's kind of culture and the health of the game. I would absolutely love to have a sit down and just have like a multi kind of stream or video where people talked about it And again, like, not got butthurt, not got angry, not got offensive, where people are like slinging insults, and just really talked about it, listened to each other's feedback. I feel like that, like, as with any major debate, I feel like it probably wouldn't happen very well. Because it seems like there's a lot of, like, animosity. I'd still like to try, though. It would be really cool. So, I almost think sometimes just to fill the void of content, sometimes that whenever we do get a new email, you'll see a lot of YouTubers and streamers posting like, yeah, what are those reasons, man? There's two reasons for me to avoid YouTube in favor of Twitch. Yeah, go for it, man. Overall, I would say you're right. Um, Also, again, it goes back to my basic sense of YouTube. So I wanted to read your thing real quick. One, it's more fun. The streamers have less drama issues. There's a lot to it too with being like a streamer versus like YouTube. I don't want to play something and then almost feel like I have to edit it as much as I play it. Right. Picture, yeah. I do the same thing as well when it comes to Twitch. I technically have it also on my YouTube on my phone, but I do know what you mean as well on that. So the editing is going to be like one major thing, and then the other thing is just having the ability to just chat while you're streaming. Like, some of those videos are really cool. People do a lot of effort into them, which is really nice. YouTube and you. Oh, it is U.S. restricted. That's dumb. That so there's so many things I can say kind of about, like, I understand why a company did X, Y, and Z decisions. Um, that particularly, that's a dumb restriction. Hmm. I actually ended up downloading a modified YouTube app to get some extra features, though, to be honest with you, because the default YouTube app is pretty limited. Kind of, I kind of want to bring up another talk just to kind of rant about some other stuff. Um, but I'll bring it back up. We'll finish strong at least a 3 hour mark. We'll see if we get anybody else in chat. Last time I was streaming, I was about to cut the stream, and I got some other people in. So if we get some more people talking, then absolutely, like, let's just keep going. I'd love to get like more opinions, but now that I'm thinking about it, when it comes to the Twitch and MCOC, I really want to reach out to some other YouTubers, like, not even, or Twitch streamers even. I think that give me one sec. I'm relaunching my app now. Dude, what is it with you and Vinny Jones, man? Dude, there's somebody that keeps jumping in and out of chat. I keep watching this thing pop up in the corner, And it just keeps like, now we're actually getting people, and I'm wondering if it's because Europe is waking up right now. Dude, I need to block those images. What is with you? What is with that? Could you imagine Vinny Jones in an actual like debate or whatever? I feel like he would just like headbutt somebody. Should have pushed the audio to the. There it is. Vinny Jones is the manliest man on the planet. Oh man. Is he? There's nothing he can't do. Dude, now I'm thinking that Vinny Jones is probably like the oh, I just lost him. He's like the Chuck Norris of the UK. So, what content are you working on, Meister? Vinny Jones has an album on Spotify. Dude, oh, I'm so disappointed in you right now, Mikester. I'm gonna have to put that in chat, man. Oops, sorry. Soccer, huh? Calling it by its proper name? Good on ya. Just gave in. You just gave in, man. You know, you're talking to an American. It's cool. It's cool if you want to call it by its proper name. Just kidding, man. Oh, dude. I kind of want to like at Vinny Jones, take a screenshot and just be like, "This is how your fans base. This is how your fans base do it." No, you gotta translate it for the layman. Okay, I got you. Yeah, thanks for that, man. How did you end up? I never have asked this before with any of the other people who had kind of followed or whatnot. And again, if you do stream and whatnot, I'd be more than happy to kind of follow, chat you up on your stream, etc. If you do that. So if you want to leave like your link so I can kind of check it out, I'd be more than willing to do that. My question is, and just leave that in there if you want to. My question though is like, how did you end up finding this on Twitch? Like, I've never tried to search for my own stream, and I haven't really seen a title box for Marvel Contest of Champions. Did you just search Marvel Contest of Champions? Just so happen to do that at the same time that I was streaming? How did you go about doing that? So I know if there's something I can do to like reach a broader audience. Oh, okay, you follow the game, so anytime someone like really starts streaming, does it send you like a message? too bad. But I mean, that's still pretty cool. Um, as far as like the content goes, and like kind of the talk and the stream and whatnot, is there anything that like you as a viewer or something that you as someone who listens to people who do talk about the game, the news, the culture, etc., is there anything specific that you have been wanting to hear or talk about as part of like a conversational piece, or what do you especially like to listen to about the game when you were playing it? Is it just like guides, champion updates? The other streamer that also does MCOC was ending while you were on. Oh. Maybe I need to like sync up and he can be like, and after this, it's Lehman. But what specifically have you enjoyed as far as like not even this stream, but just streaming in general when it comes to the game? What kind of draws you in? Like what do you want to be seeing? A jukebox? So on that, you're talking about just like random music, right? How do people... So the very first time that I streamed, I did have music on in the background, but I also got flagged for DCMA. Do you know if the jukeboxes people are using is that licensed music, or are they just playing like ASMR relaxation music? How are they doing that? Should we turn this into an ASMR stream? If it's licensed stuff, just let me know, because we can kind of just go about it however we need to. Maybe if I just look it up even. Okay, so basically you don't get access to video after, but you can play whatever. We usually do viewer song requests through a bot. So I'm going to write that down right now and make sure that that I'm continually improving on the stream. How's this is really off, kind of crazy with how long I've been tonight, but how's the quality as far as like the streaming quality goes and like the audio quality, other than the audio magically cuts out every so often on the game, which just might be a bug. In your personal opinion, like I don't need to be coddled on that. I'm just trying to improve as much as possible before like the next stream and going forward. My mic is a bit silent. I didn't even think about that. Okay, so how does it sound now? As far as I can tell, this is what right here. This is where it should be, but this is also, let me see, this should be also pretty acceptable. Cool. All right, neat. So I'm looking at the requests, and what's funny is they're just going through music. Oh, I totally forgot to press on this question. So the other person that was streaming with the song request, those were just licensed songs then, right? Have I barely been muted this whole time? Oh my gosh. I just temporarily did that to clean part of my mic. Okay, well, thank you so much. I'm really glad that I didn't just disconnect or anything. So I was gonna say, it's about that time right now. Just hit the 3 hour mark. So my typical streaming times is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, but it's kind of still in the early phase. I have so far been able to hit those marks, but based on volume, etc., I might change the schedule around a little bit. You don't, by no means do you have to follow me on Twitter or anything, but Twitter is normally where I do post a lot of that kind of stuff. But I do just want to say in general, thank you for watching me today and like commenting, talking it out. It's a lot more fun to play the game and talk about the situation with a live person rather than just on your phone by yourself. And so, yeah, thank you so much. I just wanted to give like one last thing though, which is what I was looking for right now. I wanted to just put out the Discord that I'm kind of a part of. I'm sure you've seen it around, but I just posted the link in the chat where I kind of also hang out and talk with other, not just streamers, but everyday players, etc. But I hope again that you have a wonderful day. Thanks again, and hopefully I get to see you again in a future stream, my buddy. But yeah, peace, man.